everyone, it's the 5th day of the 12th month 2007 and we're in the Walk Against Want. It's the walkathon, it's a 10-kilometre event and it's dog eat cat and neck at this point in time.
Walk Against Want? I don't know what I want.
No one seems to be around giving us any oranges. I don't know what the publicity was like for the event, but I'll tell you what, if you could run through a restaurant now, I don't think anyone could stop us if we helped ourselves to those trays that were floating around. That's all we need to say for now.
I'm walking against something. I'm walking against wanting something.
Hell no.
If I just don't want anything, then I don't really need to walk, I suppose, do I?
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Why is it always the person at the front of a strike movement or a bunch of people that says, what do we want? It's always the person who doesn't know what they want at the front. Anyway, see you at the top.
Recovering from a cyclone last month that was the strongest on record. Here, a population half the size of the U.S. is squeezed into an area smaller than Iowa. On a recent visit, I met climate scientist Atik Rahman, who says as the sea level rises, the whole southern part of this country could be underwater.
10 to 20 million people will be displaced back in the middle of the century, and they'll have to need a place to go to.
And that is just one example of the type of refugee crisis that could destabilize governments and, according to the retired general of the Admiral, create an ideal breeding ground for terrorists. The news is not all apocalyptic. Scientists say that if we make changes now, we can avoid or reduce much of the devastation. Many scientists believe it is up to the U.S. to take the lead in cutting greenhouse gases.
How do you rate the success of Kyoto? Was it important for Australia to ratify Kyoto even at this late stage?
Kyoto was a step forward, dramatically weakened by the miserable failure of leadership of the United States. Had the United States ratified and said, okay, let's roll up our sleeves and see how to make this work, it would have been a much more powerful step. The fact that Australia has now signed on, the world is jubilant to this new step in Australia. We're grateful to you. This leaves the United States as the only developed country that has not signed on, but it's a very powerful message for Americans that we have to join in as well. But it's going to be the next.
Stars, it's the 5th day of December and I'm on a code 1 for a man who has chest pain. Let's jump up to the front. can't handle a small screen.
How you going there, Joey?
Yeah, we're about to get onto some email stuff, and the weather's clearing up. We've got a tanker going down. There's about 5 tankers. Since I've been back, I've noticed 5 tankers going up and down on a daily basis. That's an increase. So anyway, Roger is opening up his email to see if anyone loves him. You know, I doubt it very much, but you know, he's got to check to see if anyone responds to his electronic mail.
Would you mind saying daily basis again, please? Daily basis.
Daily basis.
Thanks very much.
He does check it on a daily basis. So he's hard at work after his long walk to the tower. You know, he's on a strict diet of constant walking up the tower at every opportunity, right? So he drags Tommy up there, you know, to get fit and be ready for his first date. You know, he's got to walk, you know, something like 20 k's.
Tommy requires no encouragement whatsoever.
Yeah. So for 20, so he's in training to impress this lady who's a marathon runner. You know, it's like you know, the turtle and the hare. You know,
it's ludicrous, isn't it? Ludicrous.
So Roger has to keep up because you know within you know 5 minutes, if he doesn't ask the right questions, you know, towards this lady, he's going to be a mess. So he's got to keep up and ask at least maybe 10 questions. You know. And they've all been sort of, you know, programmed to his head. He knows exactly what to ask should he run out of puff, you know. Maybe he should ask her phone number first and if fucks out the question.
So what do you suggest, Joey, is the best way to find balance?
No, I think whatever excuse you could find to keep you fit and keep you walking, it's good for him. But it's weird how you need different goals to achieve different things that you don't normally want to do. So he's made a carrot in front of his nose now, which he's chasing. It's good, but once the walk is over, I don't know what's going to happen. By then he's hoped to ask the right questions to get him onto base 2, you know, and get to know this lady. But he's pretty keen. You know, I've never seen him so keen for years. It's actually frightening, you know. He's thinking in terms of dates.
I'd actually forgotten all about it because you mentioned the baker's dozen before. So I haven't seen a problem.
We'll talk about the baker's dozen some other time.
How'd the lawnmower go today, Joey? Has it been?
They say essentially we have to reorder the world's economy, changing everything from how we drive to